Do you know that kubectl is giving outputs in the three formats? One, it is a default format. Then it can provide outputs in the YAML and JSON format as well. Now these two formats are very useful because these are actually used for troubleshooting or for automation. In this video, we will discuss about how we will get output of kubectl command in the YAML and JSON format. My name is Bhavesh Atara. Welcome to CloudFox Hub Zero to Hero Kubernetes series. Let's start. Now, before I'm going to provide you live demo about how we will get output into the YAML or JSON format, I want you to understand the differences between these two. Keep this in mind. Right now, we are not going to create YAML or JSON file. We are just going to compare output of YAML and JSON. Okay, so don't worry about how we will write this file. If I'm going to start with the full form, YAML, we call it YAML markup language. For JSON, we have JavaScript object notation. Actually, YAML is very easy to read because inside YAML file, we have only key value pairs. Here, JSON is actually complex to read for human than the YAML. Okay. Now, this is the main part. For YAML, we just need to take care about indentation. When we are going to write JSON file, we have to take care about brackets, commas, quotes. It is a little bit complex to write. And again, we are not going to write these files right now, so you don't need to worry. We are just going to read these files, okay? Now, common use of these two files in Kubernetes, YAML is used to write manifest files. Now, in upcoming days, I will tell you how we are going to write YAML file and create resources. So don't worry about it. But yes, for our journey, we have to understand how we can write YAML files. For JSON, we just need to understand how we can read JSON files. Okay, so don't need to worry about it. And nowadays, it is easy to write JSON file as well because we have AI nowadays. So AI can write this file very easily for us, and we will use AI over there as well. So no need to worry about it. File extension, YAML have extension YAML or YML. For JSON, we have JSON. Now, if you want output into the YAML file, you can use this with the kubectl command. And here we have this command, but no need to worry about this because we will go for the live demo in this video for output. So I'm not going to talk about this right now. We will go for live demo. At that time, we will explain this. For humans, YAML is always best, easy for learning and editing. JSON, not very comfortable for manual editing. For automation, can be used, means YAML can be used, but JSON is better. Best for scripting, automation, and filtering. So that's why we have JSON. Now, use with the tool. Now, this is very important part. Look here, with kubectl, I am actually using YAML file directly. Okay, so you can use YAML file directly with kubectl, which is the best part. When we are using JSON file, we are using with jQuery, scripts, APIs, or automation tools. So for machines, we are actually using JSON. For humans, we are using YAML. Output style, when we are going for the practical, you will get the output. Output of the YAML is actually clean and readable. JSON is actually machine-friendly structure format. So if you want to read output as a human, you can use YAML. If you want to send this output to other system, you can use JSON. Now, I provided you the overview of the differences between YAML and JSON, but practical will provide you better detail. So we are going to start practical, and I'm always requesting everyone, whatever you are learning, learn with the lab. Learning Kubernetes without lab would be very difficult and it will be like a wasting of time. And that's why for students, we have created smart learning console for Kubernetes. We call it CloudFox Workstation. Link is in the description. You just need to download CloudFox Workstation from our website, import it into the VMware Workstation, start it, and you will get IP address automatically. Now, you need to open this IP address into the URL. You are just going to create your new account, and when you sign in, it will open 136 guided labs. Now, once you log in this, here we have all the guided labs. We have total 6 guided labs for kubectl only. We already completed 3 labs. Today, we are going to start with the lab number 4, which is kubectl output format, YAML and JSON. I already explained you the differences between YAML and JSON. So now I am going to start lab. When you click start lab, it will take 30 seconds and it will start lab. In this particular lab, we will compare all the 3 outputs. We will compare default output, JSON output and YAML output. In this particular lab, we have total 10 steps. First of all, we are going to start with the default output. Let's say that here I am just writing command kubectl get nodes. Whatever I am getting is actually default output of Kubernetes. If I want detail output, I can use -o while, so it will provide me detail output. Right? But for troubleshooting, if these details are not enough for you and if you want more details, you can also use YAML format. So here we are using this and look at the difference. Kubectl get nodes, same, -o, same, but here we are writing YAML. It means I want output into the YAML format. Now look at this, what we are getting. We are getting all the details about all the nodes that we have, right? We will get everything. Now this output would be very useful for troubleshooting, okay? Now I'm not going to read each and every line. It is not required. What is output? It doesn't matter right now. I just want you to see how we are getting output and the format of the output, right? Okay. Now I'm saying that I want to have the same output into the JSON. So what is the idea? Instead of YAML, here you just need to type JSON and now we are getting same output. As I explained you earlier over here, in the JSON, we are using brackets. So look at this, there are everything inside the brackets. We have to use quote and everything, right? So yeah, it's true that JSON is actually little bit hard for us, but it is actually good for machines. Now I am going to clear the screen. Now, to get better understanding what I am doing, I am just going to create pod. It is simple command to create pod. What is pod? No need to worry. We will talk about it in upcoming days. But here, I am just creating pod. Now, after creating this pod, if I want status of the pod, I will use the command kubectl get pods output demo. Output demo is the name of the pod. And look, here I am getting output. Now this is simple output. Right now, it is actually container creating state. My pod is not ready. Let me give command again and still it is creating container. Now look, after repeating same command, you will get this status running. But what if your status is container creating? It is not changing. Now in this case, you have to find out what is the issue. Why pod status is not changing? You want to troubleshoot. Now to troubleshoot, you want more data. So in this case, you can use YAML output or JSON output. Now what I am doing, I am going to show you all the details, right? First of all, you can use O-wide to get more detail. Let's use this. Here I am getting more detail. This particular pod is running inside worker node 1. But for troubleshooting, YAML output would be the better choice. Look here, I'm just going to use this. I just used YAML as a suffix and now you can read this and you can find out the errors. Maybe sometime you have an image which is not downloading, so you can find out the detail about this as well. Here you will get detail about the timestamp and all. So for troubleshooting, we are using this. Now same way, if you want to use JSON instead of YAML, you can use it. Keep this in mind, output is same. Whatever you are getting in the JSON, you are getting same into the YAML. There is no differences. There is only difference of format. Now YAML format is good for human. Human can easily read it. JSON is actually good for machines. Okay. So now you have complete understanding about the differences between the output of a kubectl command. We created our demo pod for this particular lab. So now I am going to delete this. Right now, I am requesting you don't think more about it, like how we can write JSON file and YAML file. I'm going to make everything very easy. And I'm always telling that Kubernetes is actually very easy if you perform labs for this. And to perform labs, you must have CloudFox Kubernetes lab environment. We call it CloudFox workstation. So download it from our website. Link is in description and start learning Kubernetes practically. It will be actually very easy for you. Now I'm going to delete this pod. I got this message, pod has been deleted. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. In the next video, we'll talk more about kubectl. And once we will complete kubectl journey, live action will start. Goodbye. And don't forget to download CloudFox Workstation.